Hello everyone, hope you guys are having a great day. It is April 19th, and today I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about this week's severe weather. We do have another potential severe weather event that's going to be happening later this week. The SPC is already starting to kind of look at it, and yeah, so let's get started. Today, this is our day one convective outlook. We do have two marginal risks. We have one for Central and South Florida, and we have an additional one for areas in northeastern North Carolina and southeastern Virginia. A 2% tornado risk in Florida, and 5% wind threat, and a 5% hail threat also in both of those marginal risks. And then day two, this is tomorrow. Once again, we have another marginal risk in Central Florida and Southern Florida, and 2% tornado risk, 5% wind, and a 5% hail threat. And then we go to day three. Day three, we have a marginal risk that is in the northeast and the mid-Atlantic. It stretches from eastern Virginia up into southern New York. And we're going to talk about that briefly also. And day four, not a whole lot going on. Day four is Thursday. But then day five is Friday. This is when the SPC is really starting to think that something could happen. We have a 15% risk stretching from Oklahoma City down through Wichita Falls and over into pretty much Austin, San Antonio, that area. Pretty large 15% area. And we have no day 6 through 8 outlooks either, but we have a day 5. So that looks to be like our next maybe significant severe weather event. Could not be significant, but a 15% on day 5 means that this is definitely something to look at for maybe a severe weather outbreak, but it may not be a severe weather outbreak. We're going to look at that. Right now, or what we have going on this morning, let me go to hour 15Z. We have a low pressure system in UP and Michigan, that area, and another low kind of in the Colorado, Wyoming area with a lot of snow in that region. And as this low is further to the east, we're going to see a lot of snow for areas like Denver, Colorado Springs, and areas like Wichita, maybe Kansas City, seeing some snowfall. And then snow, maybe mixing in as far south as northern Arkansas. And snow in Missouri may be accumulating also in Illinois, Indiana. Into northwestern Ohio, those areas could see decent accumulation, even central Ohio. And the GFS is indicating snow making it down, mixing in into areas like Nashville Tuesday night and the very early Wednesday morning. And then in the northeast, we're likely going to see some significant accumulation Wednesday and into maybe early Thursday morning before our next storm system arrives, and that'll start impacting the U.S. really on Friday, and that's when we're going to have to watch this area for severe weather. So this is Friday afternoon in the GFS here. We have our low in northeastern New Mexico. A lot of rain and stuff in this area. Let's take a sounding in central Oklahoma. Yeah, that's going to not really support severe weather, but the shear is kind of getting there. Still not looking great. Now, as we get closer to this event and we get models like the NAM and stuff like that, it'll be much easier to tell exactly where this event's going to happen and which areas could really see the worst of it. But we have the GFS right now, which is a medium to long range model, so not really a good model for forecasting severe weather, but it's really the best we have right now. As well as the European and the Canadian, those are also very helpful. You can see this is Friday evening. Sorry, let's take a sounding in Texas. Still, we have not really a cap, just not a good looking sounding, but our shear is definitely getting there. We have a lot of low level shear, and overall not a terrible sounding. I do want to zoom in on this area though, and we're gonna take more soundings with the GFS here for Friday. So, 03Z, maybe some stuff going on in this area. Take a sounding once again right here. And, yeah, still not looking good. The shear, though, is not terrible. It's kind of decent. Take a sounding in western Oklahoma. Yeah, that's really capped. I'm not liking the looks of that at all. These soundings aren't great. Let's Let's take a look at dews here and see what kind of moisture we have. Oh yeah, so Saturday, this is likely when we're going to see some severe weather ongoing. We have our surface low in the Texas Panhandle, probably a dry line stretching down like this. Take a sounding right here. We have 60-degree dews. Overall, not terrible though. It's very capped. We do have low-level shear though. That's something to watch. But the problem is capping. Could potentially limit it. Let's look at mixed layer CIN, or we can't look at that. Let's look at surface-based CIN, because this is the GFS. So yeah, we can see Friday and Saturday we have a lot of capping going on. Let's take a sounding where we don't have capping. Let's take one right here. A little bit better. You could get some severe weather out of that. Problem is we have barely any instability. Overall, Friday is not looking really. It's not looking great as of right now for severe weather, but I do think we'll see something. But this overall is not looking great. We have a very capped environment and not a lot of instability. In the areas where we have instability and where we don't have capping, overall we don't have great shear. Like this shear, that's not gonna support tornadoes really. But maybe Friday could be a stream day. It kind of depends. When we get the NAM model though, starting tomorrow, it'll be that'll be very helpful. And then Saturday looks like we could see an event maybe kind of in this area. Let's take a sounding in southeast or eastern Texas. You could see damaging wind threat out of this, or a gusty wind threat really, and small hail. Not a great sounding for severe weather. But I do think we'll see an event Saturday maybe across the deep south. Let's go ahead and take a look at dew points for Saturday, and yeah, pretty moist environment. Let's take a sounding in Mississippi. I don't think we're not gonna have enough instability. Okay, we have a little bit. Yeah, that's not gonna favor much severe weather at all. Let's take a sounding by the Houston area. You could get something out of this, mainly large hail or smaller hail and damaging winds, but you're not going to get a tornado out of this. So I think Saturday we could see some severe weather event. It's not looking tornadic at this point, but I do think we'll see some severe weather ranging out, and it'll extend probably from southeastern Texas maybe into areas of Mississippi. This sounding here, mainly just a damaging wind threat. That's what I'm thinking the main threat will be on Saturday, but this is far out though. This is still 5 days out. But it does look like we're going to see some kind of severe weather event, mainly in this area on this weekend, maybe further to the east. Yeah, that is that. Now, let's go back to precipitation type, and we're going to look at what's going to happen after Saturday. And then we're going to look at this trough that I was talking about in yesterday's video that looked maybe supportive of some severe weather as we go into next week. So this is Saturday evening. We can see we have a storm system hitting the northwest with some higher elevation snowfall. We have a lot of rain across the south, maybe some flooding concerns going from western North Carolina over into Mississippi in this area. And that'll move into the northeast. The low will slowly move to the northeast and bring a lot of heavy rain maybe to areas like New York City and that area. And then we can see we have this. This is Monday evening next week. This is the 26th. We have a 989 millibar low in northeastern Colorado. Very gusty winds in the Midwest and the plains. And overall, it looks like this is when we're going to really see severe weather start to ramp up in the plains, the Midwest, and maybe the South also. We see Tuesday. We could see maybe something along this front in areas like Iowa, Wisconsin, down maybe into Kansas. Not looking like a severe weather outbreak, though. Just maybe some kind of marginal or slight risk from the SPC. And then after that, the GFS shows several rounds of storms. And this one right here, this is Monday evening, the 28th. Or this is Wednesday, sorry. This is very far out. This is a week and a half out. But we're getting kind of some early indicators that we could see a significant ramp up in severe weather. That would be a significant severe weather event from Texas up to Oklahoma and southern Kansas. I'll just try and take a sounding in front of this line here. And yeah, that would support damaging winds, maybe an isolated tornado. This is far out though, so what actually happens on the 28th is most likely not going to look anything like this. But this is kind of some early indicators that we could see severe weather start to ramp up. And then Thursday, the 29th, maybe something in the plains once again, not looking as good though. Let's go back to the Euro and see what the Euro is thinking for this. I'm sure it's going to be probably pretty similar. We see Monday, Tuesday, the 26th and 27th, very gusty winds in the plains in the Midwest. And then this is really similar. Tuesday, the European shows the storm system occurring in the plains, if likely a severe weather event. It's just one day before the GFS. GFS had it on the 28th. European has it on the 27th. Looks very similar, though. So it does look like we could see some kind of strong storm system around that day, the 27th to the 29th, I'm thinking. And likely a severe weather event will occur with that. But overall, it does look like severe weather is going to ramp up a lot as we go into next week and into May. But yeah, that wraps up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow, but yes, goodbye.